Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Hey, this is Blue State Rob, and you're listening to the Eric Zane Show Podcast, a show hosted by a liberal Republican whose ancestry dates back to the small country of Armenia and fueled by bouts of anxiety and adult attention hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD. It's not the best, but still better than radio. Anyway, here's your host, Eric Zane.
Uh-oh. All right. Welcome to the Eric Zane Show Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every weekday. So glad you are here. Thank you so much. I just realized my camera is off. Well, we're going to have to live with it today because I'm too lazy to get up and change it. I did a thorough cleaning of the room yesterday, and I feel pretty damn good about it. I am a trash it, clean it up person. And when I trash it, I do a great job of it. I'm the best trasher in the world. When it comes to cleaning it up, I do a good job cleaning it up when I decide to do that. I think the trashing happens more than the cleaning, though. When I used to work at McDonald's, the Queen of the Forest and I worked as a team. She would work the cash register. Did you hear me? I just had it sound like a Michigan resident. Cash register. She's working the cash register, and I'm cooking. Now, back then, you actually cooked the burgers. Well, I think you still do cook them, but now they like microwave them after they heat them up. Stupid minutia. But the guy, the manager, he goes, Eric, you gotta clean as you go. Clean as you go. Don't don't destroy your preparation area and then clean it all up. It makes me unhappy. You got to clean as you go. And I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm fucking this shit up. Which is kind of ironic because in a humorous way, because part of what I'm talking about today on the show, on this opener, is my struggles with the NFK. So, I don't know what it is. I mean, I think it's a little bit different though, because I'm like, dude, please salt the food over the sink. It's because you can't help it. He doesn't have the fine motor movements of you and I. He can't just go tap, and put a little bit of salt on. He's got to, like he's jacking off King Kong's dick when he's fucking salting the food. So the salt goes everywhere on the range top. I've showed you pictures of that. Okay. And, my God, it happened again. I mean, we've talked about this many, many times. I'll get to that in a second. But no, I cleaned this room up yesterday. First of all, it's been needing it. And when you have 3 dogs in here, for the amount of time that they're in here, it doesn't take long for there to be the carpet has a coat of fur on it from these dogs. A coat of fur. So I run the vacuum like 1 inch, and the thing is full of hair. It's incredible. So I cleaned the hell out of it, and the reason for that was, A, it needed it. B, I don't know. I just feel better when it's clean. and it doesn't smell like dirty dog in here anymore. And my pal Ed Ryan from Radio Inc. magazine says, Eric, I'm doing a live, I don't know what the hell he's doing, some type of live special or something like that. And he wants me to speak via virtually, like a Zoom or something like that. He goes, and I'm promoting it, and I need some pictures of you in your studio. And I go, all right, yeah, I'm all about it, man. So I cleaned this damn room, set it up the way I wanted it to, took the pictures, and my tits look huge. I cannot believe the size of my tits. I feel like I could be 5 foot tall and Guatemalan and named Kyler with the tittage that was visible. Oh, my God. Got that done. That's why things are a little bit wonky in here, a little bit rearranged things, and I'm too lazy to put them back. My God. So welcome. I'm so glad you are here. As you know, this show happens in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. I'm going to get up in a second and close that window. I had to open it because one of these three knuckleheads gassed me out with chemical weapons and shit. It's like, come on, guys. And then I left the damn window open. One thing after another. I'm like on the edge of freaking out today. So I need to minimize the comments. I'm just going to put a moratorium on me looking at the comments because you guys try to get me to snap. And so I'm banning myself from the comments so that I don't see them. If I see those comments, I'm going to snap. And I don't want to do that. I'm feeling like if I snap, I might actually jump out the window. I just have that vibe, and I know you guys want that. So, I need to look out for me here. I'm protecting myself. This is something Will Smith should have done. I made the entire court of basketball players laugh when they were warming up yesterday at the basketball game. Before the game starts, the players are warming up. A team from Toronto and your Grand Rapids Gold. And there's a code of conduct that you have to read. And it's fans are reminded, please don't engage in any disruptive behavior. No bad language, no gestures, no running onto the court. No physical violence, and so I'm going through all those things, and it's you have to read it before every game, and then I threw in, it just hit me. I go, I'm gonna drop this. I said, basically, don't act like Will Smith, and I see 20 basketball players just and they loved it. It was fantastic. The joke landed. It was great. It was a good time. Drive. Gold lose. Damn it. Sorry, I said drive. I don't think I said it during the game at all. But they got to win one of these next two to make the playoffs. The team that they played last night was really good. Oh, my God. I think they're like the best team in the league from Toronto. I think it was Dikembe Mutombo's brother is their coach. This gigantic man with a deep voice. But they fall. That was a bummer. All right. So where was I? How the hell did I get to that? I don't even know. Screw it. Couple things bubbling under with the NFK. It's been happening more and more where he'll ask you a question and you start to answer it. And then while you're giving him the answer, he'll finish what he thinks you're supposed to be saying. And he did it yesterday. I talked about this on the Patreon with his physician because he got another checkup on his neck. And so just imagine if you ask somebody a question or they ask you a question, you start to answer them about whatever it is you're talking about. And then you get 3 words into it, and they should start talking. And it makes it super awkward. Now, I noticed that his physician has a great bedside manner and just smiles when he gets interrupted for the 10th time. But Diana is not the physician. That is the sister of the NFK. And, okay, she's the boss. Now, him and I, we have a pretty good understanding of each other. There's just one thing that's kind of bubbling under right now, and I'll get to that in a second. But this whole interrupting thing is starting to piss Diana off. And this is what I hear coming from the other room today. This is what I meant by Diana wants to fight. And she had said to me, she goes, if he interrupts me again, I'm going to say something. I go, okay, okay, whatever. So this is family life. He's part of the family. And he gets no special treatment. And you're the boss, so do what you got to do. Knock yourself out. I mean, I'm not here to give you approval. I'm here to just encourage you if that's what you feel like you want to do. She's not really picking a fight with a guy, but she's just like, when you have a guy who lives with you who is a lobotomy patient, and he is, you sometimes have to throw little reminders out. But we're not professional reminders. I'm probably a little bit more patient than she is because I scrub his asshole. So I have a little bit of a closer relationship to him than she does. But from the other room, there's a discussion going on about something, and he asks her about something, and she starts to answer. And then she gets like 3 words into her answer, and he starts to do that. He starts to like interrupt her, almost like finishing her thoughts for her. And it happens once, and then she stops talking. And I'm kind of like peering around the corner. And then he basically finishes her sentence, and she goes, yeah. Then he asks her another question. She starts to answer. He does it again. And she goes, let me finish. You keep interrupting me. You ask me a question, and then I'm starting to answer it, and then you just start talking. You need to let people finish. And I'm like, oh, no. And he goes, okay. Sorry. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Now, the problem is, the correction takes about 100 times before it actually sticks. And never has that been more evident with my latest struggle, and that is the sweet NFK seasoning the food or using any type of anything like sugar, salt. He loves celery salt. He loves pepper on the food, And I've talked to you about spraying the I can't believe it's not butter onto the Hot Pocket, salting it and peppering it, and then opening up like the fake orange Kraft cheese, opening one of those up. I forgot about that, and laying it on top of it, and then reheating it up. So he's got Hot Pocket. I can't believe it's not butter, salt and pepper. It's already a salt bomb. Cheese. Again, perfect health. Cholesterol, better than mine and yours. Blood pressure, tip top. It's like he's an Olympic athlete. So I'm not saying shit. And but when he salts that shit, it's, it doesn't have any fine motor movement. So the salt goes everywhere, all over the top of my range. And so I'm finally like, dude, you have to do it this way. Now, I think it was Aram said, Eric, you're going to have to actually show him because it kept happening. Even though I told him, I go, saying the words, salt your food over the sink. Really, you can't get more simple than that using words. Salt your food over the sink. Oh, okay. He doesn't do it. Now, I don't think he's fucking with me. I don't think he's intentionally just... He might be. I don't know. Maybe this is all a big fucking game to him. I have no idea. But it keeps happening. And finally, I go... He's in there with me. I go, hold the food here, like the plate, and then the food, and then it's over this stainless steel area where the water goes in, and then salt the food. I showed him. Oh, okay. But you see, this does not, you would think that this would apply to other things, but you have to get ultra specific. So I go downstairs today, just before this podcast started, and he's got this, what he likes to do is goes to the Keurig and makes the coffee, and then he wants to do a nice coffee, so he puts it into a big, like the type of bottle you would use if you were like on a long bike ride, a biker bottle. But the thing won't fit under the Keurig, so he has to make cups and then pour it into the bottle. Well, of course, he does all of this in the same spot where he used to salt the food, where I tell him not to do that. So, okay, so he thinks, I don't know what he thinks, but obviously it doesn't apply to liquid. So he pours the fucking shit into the thing, makes a couple things in the Keurig, pours it into and then he gets this big thing of sugar, and then same thing, right in this exact same spot. And I'm like, I don't know how this doesn't like resonate with you, that this is nearly identical as salting the food, you know? And I come in and I go, hey, buddy. And I don't pull a Diana. In fact, I even said, please. I go, oh, hey, would you do that over the sink for me, please? Oh, okay. Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm like, how? So I go, okay, and I'm actually thinking of Aram and the advice he gave me. Eric, it's like Obi-Wan after Darth Vader, kills him, and then use the Force, Luke. It's Aram saying, show him, Eric. Show him what to do. Use the sink, Eric. I go, yeah, you wanna pick this, and I grab the bottle. I go, you wanna actually set it in this sink, like set it down in here, and then scoop the sugar, the 55 things of sugar that you're gonna put in it. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I go, okay, all right, hey, thank you, and then that's it. Now I'm not mean like his sister. I mean, I have been. There have been times that I'm like, how many times I got to tell you? But I guess 1,000, you know? Oh, my God. Thank you so much for being here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live is where this show happens if you want it as it happens. So if you're used to waking up and getting ready for work, or maybe you have the TV on, or a radio show, or listen to books, I don't know. Go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or download the Twitch app. Search my name, Eric Zane Live, all one word. There I am, and you can get the show as it's happening. And then, of course, you're also subscribed to any one of the audio versions of it, downloadable wherever you get your podcast, Eric Zane Show Podcast. You can search for that and find it there. If you could subscribe to me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Twitter, all those things. Thank you so much. It all helps move the meter for your old pal, Eric Zane. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Okay? And that is Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. I'm on Twitter at Eric Zane Show, brought to you by my friends at Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. And on the almighty YouTube. Just search Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Bell notification brought to you by Frank Fuss from My Policy Shop Insurance. Okay. We have Dear Meathead in 39 minutes with my dad. If you have a question for Dad, please send it along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. He loves to hear from you. Dad has thoughts, and I think he's getting showbiz because I said to him, I go, Dad, I want to talk to you about the Oscars. I go, did you watch the Oscars? This is yesterday. He goes, yes, I did. I did watch that. I know what happened. I go, okay, well, we need to talk about that. He goes, okay. And then there's a pause. He goes, do you want me to tell you now what I think, or shall I wait? I go, hey, I like that. I go, no, you want my first reaction. I don't know what you think, so I want you to surprise me. He goes, I shall wait. I shall tell you on the show. So if you have any questions for Dad, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Shorelinersstriping.com if you need the parking lot striped. If you're looking for someone to stripe the parking lot, that's who you call. I know that's for if you're like a business owner or whatever. If you need the athletic field painted too, they can do that. They can sweep the parking lot. Shoreliner Striping. Thank you so much. And they're hiring, by the way, from now until the snow flies. So you got plenty of time. So if you're into making a ton of cash, seasonal work, $20 an hour. This is okay. They need employees because Tim Mayer, who's retiring from reffing American Hockey League games in a matter of days. I think his last game is this weekend. This is his full-time gig. He owns a company. So you can work from now till the snow flies as often as you want. You can work 12 hours a day every day if you wanted to at $20 an hour, or work part-time if you just need just a little bit extra cash. But that's going to be more than just a little bit of extra cash if it's $20 an hour. So, he's making money hand over fist, but it's killing him. So he needs help. So he's starting the pay at $20 an hour. Call him right now. In fact, if you just want to go to shorelinerstriping.com, their phone number is there. You can't miss it. If you can't somehow figure this out, reach out to me and I'll direct you. But that means you're probably too dumb to manage one of those machines that paints the parking lot if you can't manage looking it up on your own. So whatever, that might weed a few of you out. Anyway, $20 an hour, it's all yours. And I suggest like working for a week and then say, hey, this is hard. I need $22.50 an hour. And like bend them over, because you could really, I think you could work your way up easy to like $28 an hour. That's just my own personal opinion on the deal. So, okay. Hey, stand by right there. I got to go close this window because my sweet neighbor is going to be coming out and going to work. And I don't want him to hear me saying bad words. Hold on. It's only taking a second. Panic attack this morning. Not sure what happened, but the policy is Bruce is on a leash when the dogs go out. Either you take them for a walk, they're all leashed. You put them in the kennel, or if they go out into the back area, they go one or two, Bruce has to be on a leash, with the one exception being the morning. The very first time you wake up, because they always come to the door because they know they're going to eat. Of course, the exception is today. Let them out. 4 go out. I'm looking at my phone at the door. My eyes are not on the yard. I look up. There's supposed to be 4 dogs looking at me. 7 eyes, because Benny's missing one. And I just see Daisy. I go, this is not a good sign. Pitch black out. Oh, no. Calling them out. Maybe they're in the bushes. No, they're gone. They're gone. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if they jumped down the thing or if the wind blew the gate open. They're gone. Oh, shit. I got my brand new slippers on. I'm like, I'm going to destroy these slippers. I got to go running in the pitch black of my neighborhood. I'm going to get shot. Then it dawned on me. I go, okay, think, Eric. They are hungry. They want to eat. Don't know what's got them to leave the yard anyway. That never happens, but never say never. Go get 2 metal bowls, put the food in the bowl, and shake it, and they will come. Think, Eric. Think. Do not destroy your new slippers. I open up the front door, shake it, and then, poof, here they come. Down the street, they come running right towards me. They're like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, oh, thank God, bullet dodged. I was freaking out, man, because, at this time of the day, there's people going to work, there's school buses, there's kids at the bus stop. This could have been so fantastic of a story, though, if you think about it. If Bruce is trying to bite some kid or try to get shouldn't say bite him, bite the kid's lunch, steal his lunch. Oh my God. Bruce, where did you get that? Oh man. All right. Thank you to Mitch. Mitch sent something fantastic along that I'm going to share with you right now. Now, so many days removed from that incredibly impactful cultural moment at the Oscars, we're getting to a sweet spot where people's creativity is really, really fantastic about this. Okay? So this is a remix song / video. I will link it up in the show notes so you can see it. If you're listening to the audio podcast right now, then you aren't able to see what we are all able to see. But people who are fantastically creative are coming up with great things to laugh at. So here you go. This is the Will Smith, Chris Rock, Oscars remix.
Out your fucking mouth!
Hear the music. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Richard. Smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Smack the shit out. Smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out.
Elmo! Yes!
Smack the shit out. Smack the shit out. Smack the shit out.
Fucking mouth!
Smack the shit out.
Fucking mouth!
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Oh my God. I kind of want to watch that again. And listen to it again.
Hear the music. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Richard.
Uh-oh.
Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Smack the shit out.
So many hilariously subtle things. When he gets smacked, Chris Rock, the little rings fly out of him like when Sonic the Hedgehog hits one of the bad guys.
Smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out.
The dancing.
Will Smith smack the shit out. Hold up. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Smack the shit out. Smack the shit out. That was
Oh, my God. Oh, that is so fantastic. I could just, for the rest of this show, sit there and watch that over and over again. All right. Here, I'll send you this link. You can have it. You can share it and do whatever you want with it. But I'll be posting that on my social media a little bit later on. Let's see. Earthbound 61 says terrible acting, suggesting that this was all staged. I want you to know, again, I hate you. I hate people who think that that is staged. I hate you, and it's going to take me weeks to get over it. Shut up, okay? The reason why you think that is, well, I don't know why you think that, but it's just horrible that you do because you're stupid. And can't you just, this is why we don't have anything nice. It's because of stupid people who think that that's fake, okay? There you go. Anyway. All right. Will Smith, Chris Rock Smack remix is fantastic. Love it so much. The Patreon bonus podcast happens a little bit later on today. Yesterday, we should have, normally on a Tuesday, we will do Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia. But I realized I had to take the man, the myth, the legend, the NFK over to the docks. Did not happen. We will make it up next week. And it's probably a good thing. Because Dale is under the weather, not feeling good. I think he's got AIDS, but a little sick. So there you go. Patreon happens, the bonus podcast, though, every single day. Thank you to Michelle, who signed up with a year-long Tier 2. That saved her 10%. Thank you to Michelle. And thank you to Tom, who signed up for a year of Tier 1, which... Boy, Tom is hell bent. He has had it. I haven't had this happen where someone, let's see. Tom Price writes, I'm back. In all fairness, I'm a newish listener. I've been a listener of that other show, he writes, in quotes, for about 15 years. I checked in on you every now and again, but now I'm all yours. Tom, let me just get out in front of this, does not like one of the women on my old show, one of the ladies, and he says something terrible. Okay, I'll just leave it right there. He said that and then says something nasty on the other show has driven me away from them. So I think for the most part, she is gets positive reviews from most of the audience. Tom is a not so satisfied customer, though. So she'd been out there for a few years. Tom's like, I can't take it anymore. He says, I fucking can't stand her or her fucking stupid gravel-sounding voice. Fuck her. Oh, my God, Tom. He says, I'm all yours now. I'm all in. Easy is my show now. So sorry I didn't tune in all along. I hope you can forgive me. LOL, lots of love. Tom. I wrote, hey, Tom, I appreciate that. Fun fact, I recently finally was able to move on from them. I have not been able to get over it until recently. I haven't paid attention to a thing they do for the past month, which is very rare. It was eating a lot of my time and consuming my thoughts. And so basically it took more than 6 years, but I was finally able to let it all go. I'm glad you are here to enjoy the show, and thank you for the support. Reach out to me if you ever need anything. What city and state do you live in, Tom? Tom says, I'm your neighbor to the south in Hastings. Isn't that where they burned the cop cars? Is that where that happened? Perhaps one day I'll be able to shake your hand. And I wrote, count on it. And he adds, I feel like you and I are cut from the same cloth. I'm sorry that they didn't back you up. He says, I'm an amateur website maker. If I can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to help you in any way I can. Best of luck, Tom. So thanks again, Tom. I appreciate it. Now, truth be told, if Tom stays around here long enough, all those pleasantries are going to end. You know, everybody's going to start to be comfortable with each other, and he'll start line stepping like some of you do, and then I'll start line stepping back, and then that's when it'll be a true family. That's how it goes. But welcome, Tom. Thank you so much for the kind words. Sorry that didn't work out. Sorry that you, wow, that was aggressive as shit. But sometimes that happens. Good and bad, I guess. And so, the open of the Eric Zane Show podcast today brought to you by my latest sponsor, Berlin Raceway. Okay, NASCAR endorsed track, the only one in this great state of Michigan, and it's right here in West Michigan. Their 72nd season opener happens April 16th. That's a Saturday. It's known as the Berlin Icebreaker. Racing begins at 4 p.m. for the Berlin Icebreaker. Here you go. This is what the schedule shakes out to be. And for this event, tickets are only $5. You've got 4 different classes of racing for that weekend on Saturday. Super late model, sportsman, limited late model, and the 4 cylinders, the 4 bangers. They do a great job. They got all these great sponsors that are making the world go round for them. That is nice. Great looking track. Look at this. It says 2022 season tickets, regular $450, $299. But it did say that expires May 1, but it says it on the website. So if you want to get a season ticket, you can probably hold their feet to the fire and say, hey, it says $299 on the website. Let's get this shit going. You can bring a cooler, but no glass, no alcohol. There you go. I was mistaken. I was like, no, you can't bring a cooler. And it's only a 12 by 18. So you want to talk about affordable family fun, because not only on this April 16th race is it priced at $5. Other races are $12. But you got $5 for the opener, and your kids 15 and under free. I'm not kidding you. So if you're not going to drink any booze, okay, you can, within reason, let's say a family of 5, mom, dad, 3 kids under 15, that's going to cost you $10 to get in, all right? And then you bring a cooler, a 12 by 16 cooler, 12 by 18 cooler, with whatever snacks you want to eat and soft drinks, no glass, and you could have a wonderful night at the races for dirt cheap. Now, I mean, if you want to have a beer, you got to buy it there, of course. And there's, that's still incredible family entertainment for remarkably low rate. So that is so cool. And then you got all these different scheduled dates of events that I will be participating in with you. I want you to get those tickets. I know I will be there on April 30th for that event, waving the green flag. That's right. The April 30th event, I will be with you, the Zaniacs, waving the green flag. You just go to berlinraceway.com and then click on tickets and get tickets for the event. We can sit in our own section and have a great time at Berlin Raceway. All right. Racing in West Michigan. I'll be featuring various members, drivers during the week on this podcast, along with Jeff Striegel, who is the guy who runs the track, and he's also the voice of MRN. So this is going to be awesome. I'm just excited about having them on as a sponsor of the show. So thank you so much. Hashtag where speed belongs. Berlin Raceway opening weekend. The Berlin Icebreaker, April 16th, racing at 4 p.m. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dear Jesus, don't drop the flag, Eric. A rainbow flag. Why not? Why not? All right. Kyle says Atlanta was a great race, and then they turn around and go to Charlotte. Is COTA Charlotte? I don't know what COTA is. What the hell is COTA and snooze? Sarah is Circuits of America in Austin, Texas. I get you. Sarah says, you can take beer in cans. It's Marn. Trust me, Brad wouldn't go if we couldn't. Well, I'm telling you that if you get busted, I'm going to laugh in your face, okay? All right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to laugh in your face. And you don't want to announce that on a podcast, you stupid dum-dum. Why would you do that? My God. All right, so there you go. Berlin Raceway, thank you so much to them for being part of the show. Looking forward to it. Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. That's 616-318-0167 for Bennett Flooring Installation. Do the heavy lifting if you want to. Rip up the old carpet, rip up the old flooring if you need to. Get the room prepared like I'm working very, very hard to do. And then have them install the new stuff. So this is the cheapest way to get the flooring installed perfectly. How about that? 616-318-0167. That's 616-318-0167 for Bennett Flooring Installation. The flooring that I want you to install, I want you to purchase it from Johnson Carpet, One Floor and Home. Now, everything, and that's the discount outlet. There's two stores. There's the main store in downtown Granville, and just to the west is the discount outlet behind Little Caesars in Granville. This is for audience members who are exclusively in West Michigan. I don't know. Maybe you want to take the trip. I have no idea. But anyway, everything inside of there, well, for how many days are there in March? Is there 31 days in March? I think there is. Yes, today and tomorrow. This is the end of their sale. They're trying to get everything out of that place because Darwin keeps buying more stuff and they need room. So to get rid of it, they priced it all. It's all brand new, in box, the best styles, the most popular styles. They buy the most product of the most popular styles, vinyl plank, whatever it may be. Doesn't matter. All there because they know it'll sell. But Darwin sometimes gets a little bit aggressive and buys too much. And then Kent, Zaniac Kent, who's usually watching this show, Kent, drop the E, add a U. He's got to clear it out. So the regular Eric Zane 10% discount, 11 months out of the year, is not enough. March, they needed 20, 30, and 40% discounts on what is already the cheapest flooring in Michigan. I promise you that. So it doesn't matter if you're thinking about buying flooring. Buy it between now and tomorrow and save between 20 and 40% off at Johnson Carpet, One Floor and Home Discount Outlet behind Little Caesars in beautiful Granville, Michigan. Okay. What a day. It's supposed to be like 66 degrees today. Is that right? We were supposed to get an ice storm yesterday, but I didn't see that. Did not see the ice storm. And then I'm thinking, yeah, it's today, like right now, it's 37. Previous 2 days, it was in the teens. But I think today it's supposed to be like in the upper 60s, which is just incredible, and then plummet back down. Oh, come on. All right. Like I indicated, a lot of the aftermath concerning the whole Will Smith stupidity and Chris Rock is everybody's got an opinion on this, including, hey, Twitter world, it's yours truly, the Juice. I am still just amazed that this man can cut the head off his wife, murder the poor guy who's returning her sunglasses, get away with it, and lose a civil suit worth millions, pay none of that, go to prison for something that isn't associated with killing two people, get out, and now everything's like nothing happened. So you have that surreal moment of Chris Rock getting smacked by Will Smith, and this double murderer weighing in on it. You know, it's also interesting. That was so long ago that there's an entire generation of people who their only information about this crime when it happened is a Netflix movie. Was it on Netflix or was it FX? I don't know. The People versus O.J. Simpson, the one with the guy from Friends, and I think Travolta was in it. And so many people base their opinion on that trial on that show. And so, like, Jackie, Justin, Jim, to some degree, he's a little older than them, and Madison. Yeah, they're all in the same boat. Like, yeah, well, they made some good points in the case. That I'm like, hold on a second here. You think he's innocent? Oh yeah, well, I watched The People versus O.J. Simpson. It's like, come on, man. Holy shit! All right, this is the juice, and all he does now on Twitter is he has to read the comments. The comments for everything he puts out, it's just filled with some of the greatest insults ever. He's always shooting videos like this, and he always has people around him who somehow want to say hi to him. I'm not kidding you. If you are a person who, if you're at this place where the juice is, and he starts recording, and I see you go up and ask him for an autograph, I'm banning you from the show. I don't want anybody who thinks that it's great to be around a fucking a murderer, unless you're gonna do like that guy. Remember the guy who did the Joel Osteen? He says, "Hey, I'm here with Joel Osteen," and he says, "Hey, you realize you're a piece of shit, don't you?" If you do that, that's okay. But the Juice has, women around him. He has friends around him. He has strangers who come up to him and ask him for autographs. Here he is weighing in on Chris Rock. But before he does that, he does this long, boring talk about how the NFL changes stupid overtime rules. What the fuck?
Hey, Twitter world, is yours truly. I just had to run to a quiet spot. I'm here on that other coast. It is beautiful.
Because everybody's calling me a murderer, so I had to go where there was no people around me. Hey, Twitter world, it's yours truly. I just had to get to a quiet spot. Here you go.
Hey, Twitter world, is yours truly. I just had to run to a quiet spot. I'm here on that other coast. It is beautiful.
Can you imagine if OJ looks to that chick and says, "Shut up, bitch, I'm doing a video," and stabs her in the neck?
Now, I got here thinking spring break was over and I would come and get behind it, but evidently places like Delaware, University of Delaware and stuff, they do late spring break and they chase me.
Yeah, it's quit with the fucking minutia. Get to it, murderer. I think he's wearing a Jack Nicklaus hat. Nicholas is like, "Oh God, don't wear my shit, please." Is that a Bentley shirt? Is he wearing a Bentley shirt? The Jews
got to a place that it's a little quiet. Now I thought the question I would be getting all day would be the question about the overtime rule of the NFL. Well, I don't totally agree with it because I wish.
I'm glad I'm here in a nice quiet spot where there's no music playing and this dumb white bitch talking behind me.
They would have done it like they do college, where both teams get the ball from like the 30-yard in and go in.
As if there's someone who, when the news breaks that the NFL is changing their overtime rules, someone who goes, "Oh, hey guys, let's go check out what OJ has to say about overtime."
But anything is better than what happened last year. To not see Josh Allen have an opportunity to keep that game going, certainly.
But enough time has passed, and OJ is obviously proficient at speaking about topics concerning this. He's proficient at murdering people and doing these videos. He's actually very good at it. I mean, he's been in front of a camera for a good portion of his life. I mean, he knows what the fuck. Someone needs to hire him. I mean, enough time has passed that someone needs to hire the juice at this point. Mike, it's got to be some network that, just trying to make a name for themselves. I don't think it'll be NBC, but
hurt me. But the question I've been getting is Will Smith and Chris Rock. Hey, look, it was unfortunate. I think Will was wrong. Look,
he's as wrong as someone who'd murder their wife and some guy delivering sunglasses.
I understood the feeling. Now,
I understood the feeling.
My life, I've been through a lot of crap when I was raising 2 young kids, and every comedian in the country.
Yeah, like the time when I murdered those kids' wife, those kids' mom. I went through a lot of crap back then, stepping over that blood and that decapitated man.
I think Will was wrong. Look, I understood the feeling. Now, in my life,
I understood the feeling. What you did?
I've been through a lot of.
He's saying, I understand how Will Smith felt because I've had to go through a lot of crap. Not as much crap as Nicole when I cut a head off.
Crap when I was raising 2 young kids, and every comedian in the country had an OJ routine, and don't think I wouldn't want to be slapped a couple of those guys.
I want to slap them, and I want to stick a knife right in their fucking jugular.
But you got to accept it's humor, and I didn't even think that was all that egregious. I thought it was.
Well, you hear that? That's the second person I know who can't say that word. It wasn't all that egregious.
You got to accept it's humor, and I didn't even think that was all that egregious. I thought it was.
Wasn't egregious. You heard that.
Semi-unfunny joke, but.
By the way, I am sick and tired of people saying that wasn't a funny joke. It was a good joke. I thought the joke landed. Everybody got it. It just, the only reason why people say it wasn't a funny joke is because that bitch, Jada Pinkett Smith, or whatever the fuck her name is, rolled her eyes and acted like she was wounded because she's soft as fuck.
I don't know. I don't get it. I know this. After what happened to me in Las Vegas, if I would have done that in front of 1 billion people watching around the world, they would have given me life without.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a repeat offender. I killed those 2 women, so if I'd have slapped someone else, I'd be breaking my parole. Or 1 woman. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying.
But I don't know. I don't get it.
I like how he has to make it about him,
I know this. After what happened to me in Las Vegas, if I would have done that in front of 1 billion.
He's referring to when he whatever, armed robbery of the memorabilia or some shit. He's like acting like that's the only crime he's ever committed. I know that after what happened in Brentwood, when everybody said that I killed those 2 people.
I don't get it. I know this. After what happened to me in Las Vegas, if I would have done that in front of 1 billion people watching around the world, they would have given me life without. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now I'm going to get back to looking for the real killer.
Hey, take care.
Fuck you. Look at this guy. Ugh. The world is a crazy-ass place. And OJ better hope that Fred Goldman, the dad of the deceased Ron Goldman, if you think about it, if I'm Fred Goldman, every waking minute, you want to kill OJ. I mean, you actually are, it's consumed you at this point. All you want to do is kill this man. But something keeps you from doing that. OJ better hope that Fred doesn't get to a point where he feels like he has nothing to live for anymore. Like, the worst thing that could happen to the juice was that Fred gets like a terminal brain cancer where the doc says, okay, you've got 2 months to live. Because if that's the case, Fred would want to, he'd think, well, I might as well go and kill him, Holy shit. I would be as soon as if I'm Fred Goldman and it's confirmed that I'm going to die, don't tell anybody. Okay? You got to keep it close to the vest because the juice is going to amp up his security if that's the case. You got to keep it low profile. And then you wait till he's, whatever, at spring break in Miami or whatever the fuck, looking for the real killer, and then you plug him. There you go. That's what you do. All right. So there's that. The juice weighing in. I've got another moment from the 1973 Oscars, I believe this is, that a lot of people said was the OG of ridiculous moments. And I'm going to share it with you. I had never heard of this. Let me give you a little bit of background about it. And then I got to do a couple ads, and then I'm going to bring my dad in. We'll do it after my dad, okay? Marlon Brando had just won an Academy Award, I think, for Best Actor for The Godfather. And he had sent someone in his place to accept the award as a protest. I might be getting some of this wrong, but I think I got it. And what had been going on at the time was it's known as the Wounded Knee occupation. It began in February of 1973. 200 Oglala Lakota Indians, Native Americans, and followers of the American Indian movement seized and occupied the town of Wounded Knee, South Dakota, on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. There was a lot of unrest going on. The protest followed the failure of an effort of the Oglala Sioux Civil Rights Organization to impeach tribal President Richard Wilson, whom they accused of corruption and abuse of opponents. So this kind of got pretty messy, and with U.S. Marshals getting involved, and there was some violence and things like that. Well, that was all going on at about the time of the Oscars. To show support for this, and Wounded Knee was a ceremonial place to be because that was also the spot where the Battle of Wounded Knee happened in 1890, where like 300 Lakota people were killed by the U.S. Army and buried in mass graves. It was ugly, So that was symbolic to have this protest at Wounded Knee in 1973. Brando sent along a representative to speak, to kind of like accept the award and also use it as a like a podium or a platform to talk about this. This person was Sacheen Littlefeather. We got full dress, we got feathers in the hair and moccasins, the whole deal. And she walked out on a stage, and she's going to say a couple words about the protest. All they wanted was some type of equality. And it got fucking ugly. And different time. Really different time. A lot of people say that was the ugliest moment ever from the Oscars. Now, I don't know. We're in the moment right now of Smith smacking the shit out of him. So I don't know if I can back that. I think that in the grand scheme of things, yes, equality is more important than one guy flipping out and smacking the shit out of another one. And this one is fucking hysterical because what the world is doing to it now with what I played for you earlier. What happened to Sacheen Littlefeather? There's nothing funny about it. It's fucking terrible. And you know who's third man in the ring? Clint fucking Eastwood. Fourth man in the ring, actually, John Wayne. John Wayne is involved in this, and Clint Eastwood. Okay. I'll get to that a little later on. I just wanted to kind of throw it out there. Before I bring Dad in, my friends at Bosco's Pub are so thankful that the Zaniacs have been organizing parties there. Thank you, guys. That is really, really great. That is our favorite hangout place. There's a couple of hangout places in downtown Grand Rapids. We go to Pepino's. And then in Hudsonville, we meet for dinner and drinks at Bosco's Pub, and I'd like you to drop by there, too, for lunch or dinner. That is Doug and Dee Dee's restaurant, part of Terrace Square. If you're in the neighborhood, head over there or make the trip to Bosco's for lunch or dinner. Bosco's Pub. They are open for at 4 o'clock Monday and Tuesday, and then they open up at 11:30 Monday through Saturday. Wait a minute. No, Wednesday through Saturday. I said that wrong. Bosco's Pub, online at boscospub.com. Thank you. Great burgers, great drinks, no Russian vodka. Oh, good. Thank you to Bosco's Pub. Still time for you to bang on the door of the tax abbot, Troy Ginzer at Tag Accounting, 616-301-9516, tagcpa.net to get your taxes done. 616-301-9516 from anywhere in the United States. This is so simple. I know you've been putting this off, but you still got almost 20 days, 19 and a half days till you got to get your taxes done. There is time to do this. If you want, you can do it in person. Actually, watch him work. Sit across from him at the Little Tykes desk as he gets his shit done, asking you questions. Or you can schedule it from anywhere in the U.S., and he's going to let you know the time of the day that he's going to do your taxes. He may call you and get some specifics from you, but he's going to get your return done. And then, boom, your money shows up in your account. You're good to go. Thank you. Reach out to them, 616-301-9516. And then A&E Heating and Cooling, the almighty Joe Martinez. Before you're even thinking about flipping on the air conditioning, which is going to happen sooner than you think. I know it's cold right now. But get the AC tuned up. Reach out to A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. That is 616-516-8579. For my friends at A&E Heating and Cooling, installing the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. And then Dear Meathead, brought to you by my friends at JM Synthetics. Online at jmsynthetics.com. Let's bring them in.
Say hello. Good morning.
Hi, Dad. How are you?
Okie dokie. You sound like you're in a well.
Oh, wait, what?
Your voice is like you're in some kind of a well.
Is it on your end again? Usually when you say that, it's because I haven't done anything different. Is it your speakerphone maybe?
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, Joanne will take care of it. She'll fix it. Aha.
Okay, we got you.
Little better, huh?
Oh, yeah. Greater. Greater, better. Good morning. What town are you in now?
What town am I in?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm in the Grand Rapids area.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say Mount Clemens.
No. I haven't moved.
Hey, listen, I'm not awake yet.
Hey, I understand. Did you just wake up again?
No, I've been up about 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Did you do any sleeping? Because typically when I talk to you, you say you sleep about 5 minutes every night.
I slept pretty good. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even need to rent it. According to Joanne, it poured like buckets.
Oh, okay. All right. Very
So
good.
I must have slept well, huh?
Yeah, you did, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Okay.
Because I remember you told me that sometimes you like lay down and you just lay there. You don't even do anything.
It wasn't tonight. Last night. No, I slept real good. Yeah, I think quite a bit while I'm sleeping. I
Gotcha.
really do.
Yes.
But I didn't last night.
Okay. Well, Dad, I want to get right to it. You know, I talked to you yesterday, and we had a you informed me that you watched the Oscars, and I'm dying to hear what you thought about all of that drama that took place
I thought that bonehead ought to be disbarred.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the guy who threw
He got up, went out there, and slapped the.
Oh. Oh, okay. So Will Smith is the guy that went on the stage, and he's the one who hit Chris Rock. He hit him really hard, too.
Yeah. He hit pretty hard.
Yeah, that was ugly, wasn't it?
It sure was. And I tell you what, Chris Rock was, not Chris Rock, but I'm going to go with Snapper and Snappy.
Okay.
Snappy was a gentleman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Snappy, he just kind of shrugged it off.
He shrugged. He continued on talking like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And I really admire him for that. But this other one was a royal jerk.
That would be the Snapper.
Snapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All because of his wife's hair.
Well, yeah, and he made a crack, and it seemed like a playful joke that was not received very well at all.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I really think that he did not know what the hair situation was.
He may not have, and he hasn't spoken. He may have just been commenting that the hair was short. It's not known because he hasn't said if he knew she had a condition or not.
Actually, he should have not even made a comment about the hair.
Well, I mean, you got to understand, context-wise, this Chris Rock, he's always kind of been someone to do that. You know, I mean, that's his thing. And everybody usually, I mean, they may groan a little bit. A lot of people. In fact, the Snapper, he laughed at that joke, if you notice.
Yeah, he did.
And so then the wife must have looked at him and said, you better not be laughing at this joke, and you better go up there and kick his ass, because then next thing you know, he's snapping on the Snappy.
Well, I didn't know she did that. We didn't see any part of that.
Well, she was pretty upset.
Oh, yeah.
She was upset, I suppose, and hey, it was a totally misjudgment of character, that's all.
Yeah, she looked pissed. There was no doubt about it.
Yeah, but he had no business getting up there, going out there and slap the guy and come on back down. And he's even going to lose what do they offer him?
I don't think that's going to happen. I think that they're just going to yell at him, but they won't take the award, I don't think.
I think they will.
No.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, well,
I think they should.
what about it was just like 30 minutes later, the guy Snapper won an award for Best Actor, and then everybody gave him a standing ovation.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to make a comment.
That was ugly. I couldn't believe it, you know?
I mean, you don't walk up there and go out there and slap the guy because your wife got insulted.
He won a trophy for a movie about love.
You know, yeah, John just says, and he won a trophy about love.
Yeah, that was, you ever, I was talking about this with the audience, you ever do something out of anger, and then at the time it seems like a good move, and then a little bit of time passes and you feel bad about it, and then you want to crawl into a hole and die?
Well, I haven't had any of those episodes in a long, long time that I can recall, so there's no way I'm not able to make any comments on that.
Oh, you can too. No,
I don't remember anything. My life has been, hey, I'm happy every day.
All right, that's good.
I'm snapping my wife.
Yeah, I don't want you to snap anybody. No snapping.
I have no problems.
Okay. Dad, let me get to the questions.
All right.
Jason writes, Dear Meathead, I look forward to your segment each week because you are the highlight of the show. He says, you bring out Eric's nice side that we don't get to hear very often.
That's very nice of you, Jason. I appreciate that.
Okay. He says, here's my question. He says, I am a straight man. You know what he means by straight?
Yeah.
He means not gay.
Yeah.
He says, I'm a straight man that fell in love with another man last November. And then he writes, he is straight, but he says he might be a little bit gay. He says, I am truly obsessed with him. I have gone as far as going to his workplace just so I can watch him. I have even went to a bar he was at and took pictures of him with his friends. This is all very strange so far. He then writes, if that isn't bad enough, no one should even like this guy. He's an angry, hateful little man. He calls his friends dumb. He calls us idiots and knuckle draggers because we don't share his horrible political opinions. Sometimes he even says he hates us. He's also very arrogant because he says he is smarter than everyone and claims that all women and men want to have sex with him. Then he adds, I could keep going on, but I really need to just forget him and move on with my life. How do I walk away from someone I love? Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Best wishes, Jason Bennett.
Well, Jason, I really have difficulty understanding how could you love and hate?
Yeah, I agree. How can you love or lust someone and then hate them at the same time?
Hate.
Yeah, that is really weird.
I have difficulty understanding that. Now, either you're going to like them. I don't say love because it's not my norm. Either you're going to like them or love them or hate them. Well, hate them, you have no reason to hate them to begin with.
Uh-huh. Right. I agree.
No reason whatsoever.
No.
He's a man. He's not a man. He's a person.
Yeah, you gotta respect him.
With his own characteristics.
He's probably brilliant.
I think you got to keep away from him.
Wait a minute. You said you think you should you think you like him and that he ought to keep away from him?
No. I don't dislike him.
Oh.
For what his makeup is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just can't deal with him.
Yeah, you gotta maybe just don't bang on his door and give him
No, that's right.
Plenty of room.
You see him. Listen, you can open the door. Hi, how you doing, buddy? Okay. Nice seeing you. You want a cup of coffee? Okay. Now we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Yeah, here, have a cup of coffee. Give him a cup of coffee, but keep him on the porch.
Right.
Yeah. You can.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I bet you at one time or other, I can't recall any of this really, but that I have met a person that I knew and he was gay and all that. I didn't dislike him, or I didn't do nothing, or I didn't go wash my hands because I shook his. He's got his makeup. That's his makeup.
So are
Whatever he's doing.
Are you saying that you're accepting because you didn't wash your hand?
I said, no, I don't even. Some people would even go wash their hands if they shook a hand with a gay guy.
Yeah, I know. You don't.
know.
Yeah, I know. I gotcha. Yeah.
I've never met that kind of situation, or I never had that kind of situation. But a gay is a gay. But, hey, whatever,
Yeah. All right. I wrote this.
I just don't pay attention to any of this trash.
Yeah.
They want to be gay. They want to be gay. They don't want to be gay. Well, they don't want to be gay. This make up a back and forth. It's a trash conversation.
It's a trash conversation. Okay. It's a trash conversation. I love it. Okay. I also wrote down a gay is a gay.
Yeah, if that's his makeup, well, fine.
Yes, gay's a gay. That's all you need to know.
What's the significance of wasting your time in analyzing it?
Right, you don't need to analyze it. It's not our business if a gay is a gay.
Yeah, really. If it's a gay and you don't like him, you keep away from him. You like him, you shake his hand.
Yeah, but you don't treat him poorly.
Oh, no.
No, you go and you love that gay.
I bet you somewhere down the road in my life I've seen somebody that was gay.
I'm pretty sure you have.
With them
yes, you might even have let him stay on the front porch and drink coffee.
Sure, I would.
Okay. Jonathan writes, good morning, Meathead. I have an 8-year-old autistic son who does not speak. He does not speak very much at all. He will either respond with one-word answers or he'll repeat what I just said. For example, if I say, what are you doing? He will say back, what are you doing? What can I do to encourage him to communicate more? Thanks, Meathead.
Oh, God, that's you require a professional person to give you an answer on that. I would say you love him to the end of the world as your child. You do the best you can to play with him, talk to him, what he does.
Yeah.
If that's his makeup, just leave it alone.
Should you smack him like Will Smith?
Oh, God, no. No.
I didn't think so. I did not think so.
You bring up a sore subject. Will Smith is a jerk.
Well, yeah, that's the snapper.
Yeah. He really is a jerk.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right.
He's lucky he just got slapped. If that was me, I'd kick his ass.
Yes, you would do that. You wouldn't turn the other cheek, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not a cheek turner.
Okay, so
Somebody does that, I'll get him.
So getting back to that, if you were on the stage and he smacked you, you'd have smacked him right back.
I'm a very loving person, let me tell you that, but that kind of things I cannot tolerate.
No, that is a Mickey Mouse thing there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Our pal Aram.
My buddy.
Yes. Let's see. Hello, dear Meathead.
Yes.
He says, I need some humor advice. Is it fine to keep making a harmless, witty comment if you find it very funny to say? Thank you, Aram. So I guess he's saying if you have a certain saying that you say to people, is it okay to keep saying it over and over again? Like saying the same joke every time you speak.
No, I would not do that.
Would that annoy you?
First of all, my brain capacity is to a point that is not going to hang on to a lot of things.
So what if Joanne every time she spoke, she said pull my finger and then farted? What would you do?
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, you get annoyed.
It's an annoying thing.
I agree.
After a little while.
I know. It's like, okay, we get it. I think the term is beating a dead horse, you know?
That's right.
I think that's what that is, you know, probably somebody.
A joke lasts so long and then
it's like move on. It's come up with a new joke. That's kind of what you and I are cut from the same cloth. That's the same way I feel too.
Yeah. Hey, Joanne just made a comment. I was talking while she was doing it. What is it, Joanne?
It's only funny if people laugh.
Right.
She said it's only funny if people laugh.
And then if no one laughs, which is what happens, you might be like, hey.
That hair business and slapping is totally out of line.
He didn't say anything that bad.
And
he said she's going to make a G.I. Joe movie.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, still, I don't know why he took it seriously and went out there and slapped the guy.
Yeah.
And, I really admire the person that got slapped. Didn't say a word, didn't do nothing, and went on with his show.
That's what you got to do. I think. I'm
sure it hurt to begin with. No, the slapper was an idiot.
I think it's a great point. If you're sitting there doing a show, and then people are either distracting you constantly and trying to upset you, or even in some cases like that, hitting you, to be able to still do the show. And not respond to stupidity.
Nothing ever happened.
Yes, if you have that professionalism and that ability,
him I admire.
That's a good thing. That is a good thing. I wish I had that ability.
Oh, I'd be kicking ass. Pardon English. Somebody slapped me? Are you kidding?
Okay.
Oh boy.
I have another question from Aram. He says, if a guy is recovering from surgery and his doctor tells him it's okay to start showering without a nurse, but the nurse says, no, I want to continue to wash you, what should the guy do?
Hey, I don't want you to do it. Get out of here.
But what if? Okay, I think
Joanne, you smile.
I think that the guy doing the showering doesn't do a good job.
Yeah, no, hey,
But the nurse,
let the person do what they want to do.
the nurse is like, "You're really gross. You're gonna need me to get all the good parts."
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I really have no comment.
No?
on that. I know I wouldn't want it. So.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't reciprocate on that.
Fair enough. All right. This one's the closer. Kyle has this. He says, "Dear Meathead, I have a friend who is a very responsible dog walker. When he walks his dog, he's very thorough and cleans up after the dogs and puts it in a bag. You know, he uses a bag to pick it up.
Yeah, it must be a little dog, eh?
He walks more than one dog. He revealed to me that when he picks up the poo-poo and puts it in a bag, he puts the bag in his coat pocket. And he uses it almost like a hand warmer.
Well, if it doesn't come out of the bag to get in touch with his hand, it's
Correct.
okay. Otherwise, I think it sucks. I
Okay.
don't want to touch no dog poop.
Yeah, apparently it stays in the bag, but the heat.
Well, yeah, if it's in a bag, secure and all that, doesn't get around anything else. If you want to put it in your pocket, you know.
I agree. Joanne, what do you think?
She says no.
Joanne is not about it. Kyle thinks this is the grossest thing in the world.
Well, I would think that I don't want to be touching it.
No, you're not. It's in the bag. You know, it just smells.
I know, even that, just somehow or other. No, I wouldn't want to do it.
You wouldn't want to.
I'd carry me a little shovel or something, and pick it up with the shovel, put it in a bag.
Yeah, he doesn't touch the poo at all. He just uses the bag to grab it, and then he.
I know, it's just the whole principle.
And then. I think when it's in his pocket, he puts his hand in the pocket and like lets it warm his hand.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy. People got their own makeup, you know, whatever they want to do. I cannot stop them.
Yeah. I mean, we heard earlier on the show when you said a gay is a gay.
Yeah. One thing, I probably wouldn't want to ever shake his hand.
No, you don't ever want to shake his left hand because
it's a mental type of thing. Mentally, no, I don't want to do that.
Yes, it is. Hey, you know what? It's an emphasis on mental on that one, Dad.
Yeah. Well, that was a big word.
Yeah, it sure was. Okay, hey, you know what? I think that's it for us. I'm taking a look. That's all the questions I have. Do you have any closing thoughts that you want to leave us with, Dad?
Well, get out there and rake your leaves.
Oh, that's right. You've been doing that again, haven't you?
I've started at one end of, oh, man, I got leaves.
I bet when you looked out the window and you saw the leaves, because for some reason they shed at this time of the year on this tree that you have, you were overjoyed.
Well, yeah, I was out there with two huge dumpsters raking the leaves already.
I know that's like your favorite thing in the world to do. That's great.
Yeah.
Whatever keeps you
busy. I like
busy.
a neat yard.
Okay. Hey,
and 1 acre is a long area or a big area to keep it neat.
Yeah, that's
Holy
a lot of space.
cow.
All right.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Maybe you can help me with that.
What is it, Dad?
I got a guy behind my house. And he comes firework area time. He'll light up his bombs.
Yeah.
And all end up in my yard.
Are you talking
all the big paperwork and all that?
Oh, okay.
Now, I, as a very good, loving man, goes around and picks it all up and gets rid of it. Would I be right in taking all of that stuff that I pick up and dump it in his yard?
Are you talking about Zach the Egyptian?
Who?
Are you talking about Zach?
No, Zach's a good, neat man.
Okay, so
I next door, though.
The guy next door launched.
These guys are kind of wild.
Okay. So, that's unfortunate. Now, for me, if I was them, I would clean your yard the next day. Okay?
No, they wouldn't do that.
And they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Now, I can understand why you would say, you could say, hey, I understand you're shooting off the fireworks, but I should not have to clean this up. Here's your options.
And the problem is he directs his fireworks toward my yard.
Right.
So obviously they'll fall in there.
Now, there's two ways you can handle this. If you just let it go, is it the end of the world if you have to pick that up? No. However, it's, I guess how far you want to take it. If it's worth it, you can just say, hey, I don't have a problem with you shooting off the fireworks, but I don't like cleaning all this up. Would you please patrol my yard the next day? If you don't...
You don't have to patrol. He's got to change the direction toward the street rather than my yard.
Well, whatever it is. You can give him many options. You can say either change the direction, I don't want to clean it up, or come clean up my yard. You choose. But then again, I don't know if I want you to do that because people are crazy and he's likely to treat you like Will Smith and hit you across the face. I don't like that.
Well, I don't believe he would do that because he's a guy tattooed from toe to the neck.
Yeah, let it go. I just don't want any trouble, I think Joanne probably agrees.
Well, okay.
No, I want to go slap him.
Oh.
She says she wants
do you think
I went around the street and knock on the door and ring the doorbell and all that for somebody to come out so I could talk to them. Nobody would answer the door.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want me to say something or?
No. I'll just keep dumping it in his yard.
All right. What does Joanne think about that?
What do you think, Joanne?
I think it gives you something to do. Clean it up.
She should give me something to do.
Just throw it away. Yeah, here's the thing, man. People are crazy. And they might look at you as vulnerable and try to bully you or treat you like garbage or something like that or worse. And who needs that? I think just.
I've actually resolved the issue. I already took care of them, but I'm not going to announce it on the radio to what I do.
Okay, if you say so. All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, I love you.
Appreciate your call and my audience's question and answers.
They love you, Dad. They love you, and I love you.
And I love them all, and they're wonderful people, and I love you, and I'll talk to you some of the time.
I love you.
Okay, love you, Joanne. You guys have a good one, all right?
Likewise, honey.
Okay, there you
Bye.
go. Thank you. God. Fantastic. Thanks for the questions, jerks. Unbelievable. A gay is a gay. Oh, spectacular. Thank you to Jason Mays at JM Synthetics. He sponsors the segment, and you should buy your lubrication products from him at jmsynthetics.com. So great. All right, where am I here? Jesse says, the lady across the street from me has like 10 dogs. I love it when I see the guy next door throwing buckets of shit back in her yard. Oh, God. All right. Moving on. Dumpster divers. You can call or text if you need a dumpster, if you're getting rid of shit. It's time to think about decluttering. We're getting ready for yet another dumpster delivery to throw stuff out in the never-ending process of decluttering this house. 616-375-9962. If you go to dumpsterdiversllc.com, It's become even more user-friendly and simple to get your damn dumpster. All right, here you go. This is them. And that really nice photograph taken at the dump. It's just me. But I don't know if I think I would have had the vehicles and the dumpsters getting dumped, or at least had them up, but not like in the background is the actual dump, you know? But whatever. Book now. Book online now. You can click either one of these. Dumpster rental, you click that. And then look, 10-yard dumpster. More info. 15-yard dumpster. 20-yard dumpster. Let's say you click on the 10-yard dumpster. $219. Boom. For 24 hours. That's it. 15-yard dumpster. $239. 20-yard dumpster. $269. This is a cheaper price than anybody else in this entire industry in West Michigan. They price it that way because you can't possibly hit the weight limit that the other guys are charging you for that you won't use. So they want to make sure that you are saving money. They also do demo and construction. So whatever it is with your construction project that you're working on and you don't want to do this portion of the job, you call them, they'll do it. They'll also get rid of the junk for you. So if you got a bunch of stuff in the garage, get this out of here. They will go and get it for you. You can also call, as I said, 375-9962. Mention me, please. Dumpster Divers online at dumpsterdiversllc.com. Kyle has his new podcasting equipment. He wants me to help him set it up. I don't think I can do it until Thursday. I got something going on tonight. All right. He's going to be stoked about that. Eric Zane, as he has his own podcasting equipment. And then he's going to do a podcast. I can't wait to tell you about it. All right. Frank Fuss at My Policy Shop Insurance. I can't stress this enough. Someone in your life is utilizing the Medicare system. If you're a person 65 or older, you have Medicare. You pay for it all your life. You want the best of it, the best coverage. You can mess this up. There are people who have had Medicare for years, and they haven't been taking advantage of what is entitled to them because they didn't fill the thing out right. They made the wrong choices. You chose. He did not choose wisely. This is what I want you to do. Get a hold of Frank Fuss at My Policy Shop Insurance, 616-914-4070. Do this on behalf of your mother, your father, your brother, your cousin, your aunt. Doesn't matter, okay? And all you need to do is get them in touch with Frank. He is a Medicare Advantage Plan expert, and he is going to give this person, maybe it's you, a checkup on your Medicare policy. And it's free. Everything he does is free. And in a lot of cases, you're going to get better insurance through your Medicare that you should be getting already, and you're going to pay less for it. Okay? In a lot of cases, I mean, because the NFK, he was paying like a ton of cash for this prescription he gets every month. He doesn't have to pay anything now. It's $0. How the fuck did you do that? He goes, I don't trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm the Medicare Advantage Plan expert. So reach out to Frank, 616-914-4070 today. 616-914-4070. Hang on. Oh, God, I know you can hear me when I do that. The mic, it kind of, you turn it down, and then it, like, still works. It's so weird. God, I think I'm losing my voice again. Yeah, I was pushing it hard on the mic yesterday during the Gold game, and I could feel it starting to fade. I was like, uh-oh. Heard from Tristan Grant. He says, I heard you on Big 101.3. It's like, what are you doing listening to that? I get surprised all the time by who listens to me on Big 101.3. I'll be on again today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., filling in for Allie Mack. Slinging the oldies and talking for like 15 seconds at a time. There you go. As I'm trying to claw my way back. Not really. A little bit about that. There's been some talk about, hey, Eric, you ever going to get on the radio again? And I talked about that with Bill, and I've kind of hinted around the this and that, gave myself like a certain percentage chance of being on the radio. It's very, very slim. Very, very slim. The idea that I talked about this, Bill Simonson says, yeah, the reason why they're not putting you on the air is because you swear in your podcast. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, I know. I find it stupid too. Like, well, of course he's going to swear in his podcast. He can. Yeah, we're worried he's going to say shit and fuck like his brother-in-law when he's on the radio. Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Of course I won't say shit and fuck. I might make fun of somebody's pants, but yeah, I am not cozying up with radio. I mean, if I were to get a call and say, "Hey, would you do this?" For 3 years and 3 months, I've worked so that I can say no, or, well, yes, but I will, but I'm still going to do the podcast. The podcast is my primary. We've created it. It doesn't, because like at Cumulus, when I worked at Cumulus, we used to do the sudden death podcast. And that was because we lost an hour to Dan Patrick. It was when the first hint that the show was starting to fail. So we do that podcast. And then Lori would reach out to me if I said like shit on a podcast. And, she would be furious. First of all, when I signed on with Cumulus, I wanted to do my podcast. Remember I was doing it with a video camera? Cumulus said you can't do your own podcast. So I said, all right. So I put all this shit away and didn't do a podcast. Did a radio show. Then when we started doing the Sudden Death podcast, they agreed to that, but I said shit one time. And, oh, my God, I almost got fired for that. This doesn't look good, Eric. It doesn't? So I think that if I had the opportunity, I would say, well, okay, the first thing we need to discuss is how, first of all, you're not going to have my passwords for my Facebook and my Twitter and any of my social media. You have nothing to do with that, okay? Second of all, I am not a contracted employee. I'm a subcontracted employee. I'm a 1099 employee. I don't want your medical insurance. Don't offer it to me. I don't want your parking pass. I don't want anything. I'm going to come in, do the show, and leave. And I'm still doing the podcast. If you can't agree with all of that, well, then there's no point even discussing this any further because that's the way it's going to be. No longer am I beholden to the rules of that. It's because of you, so thank you for that. So that, because of that alone, and I say whatever the fuck I want. So people, if you put me on a radio station, the way cancel culture is, and because I say the fucked up shit that I say every single day, it's going to scare everybody away. There is no way. Like I said, I give it a very, very slim chance that anybody, the only way that they would ever do that is if all the other options were exhausted. There was no other options available. Then they might say, are you interested in this? But I don't think that's going to happen. So I am not like, I sure hope I get a radio job. Not at all. If the opportunity presented itself and it was convenient for me and I felt like it, yes, I would do that. But I don't fucking need it anymore. And it's because of you guys. So thank you. I don't say that enough. I could say that every single day, and it wouldn't be enough. Oh, yes. Okay, where am I? What was I talking about? All right. I need to share with you the story of this lady, Sasheen. Is it Sasheen or Shaheen? I think it's Sasheen. Sasheen Littlefeather and the Oscars. Because the idea was that the most outrageous moment of the Oscars was when Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. But some folks are saying, no. It was when Sasheen Littlefeather spoke. And just to recap, Marlon Brando, thinks he's gonna win Best Actor. He sends Sasheen Littlefeather there in case he wins. He wins Best Actor. He's not there in protest. And this is on TV and unexpected. This lady, which you'll see what she looks like. She looks like Pocahontas, honestly. She says something really nice, and she's very patient, and they start to boo her, and then some people clap, and it's awkward, and then she leaves, and then Clint Eastwood comes out. Peter writes, if Freebeer called you and asked you to come back to Freebeer and Hot Wings, you would jizz in your pants. Well, I would be shocked. Would I go back to that? No, I would not do that. I can't. Part of me says I would listen. I would at least listen to the conversation. So maybe. I don't know. That's a tough one. But, I've kind of put that behind me, so I don't even like to think about it. But no, I wouldn't jizz in my pants. But thank you. I appreciate the sentiment of me jizzing in my pants. All right. This is what I want to talk about now, though. So anyway, Native American actress Sasheen Littlefeather booed and cheered by Hollywood at the Oscars before being mocked by Clint Eastwood and almost physically assaulted by John Wayne simply for asking that indigenous people not to be dehumanized in film. And it's true. John Wayne tried to beat her backstage. Listen to this. Check this shit out. This is fucking horrible.
Accepting the award for Marlon Brando and The Godfather, Miss Sasheen Littlefeather.
That he very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award. And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. Excuse me.
Oh.
And on television in movie reruns, and also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee. I beg at this time that I have not intruded upon this evening, and that we will, in the future, our hearts and our understandings will meet with love and generosity. Thank you on behalf of Marlon Brando.
Okay, this is a different time. These people they don't want to be treated like the stereotypes, Washington Redskins type of shit. And they're like, yeah, boo, fuck you. Okay, now here comes Clint. Oh my God. Listen to what Clint says. You can tell he's about to be an asshole just by the way he's walking up to the mic. This is like 1 minute later.
I don't know if I should present this award on behalf of all the cowboys shot in all the John Ford westerns over the years.
What a dick. Okay, that's fucking funny through the lens of awkward, but that is so shitty. What a dick. And people love that stuff. The 70s were a grand time. Oh, God. What a dick. Clint Eastwood, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So they say that might be the most show-stopping, shocking moment of the. It certainly was more important, I think. The poor chick she's sitting right there when Clint says that. All she wants to do is she's speaking about equality. And they're like, yeah, what? Fuck you. And they like rub her nose and shit. My God. What about the cowboy shot in all the films? How stupid. Chris says, yeah, he was being sarcastic, and he knew exactly what he was doing. Brando could have kicked the shit out of Eastwood back in the day. All right. Where am I? Jim Carrey is pretty pissed off. He is tearing in to the people that cheered when Will Smith was given the best actor. Why do I keep saying that? Best actor. Jim Carrey criticized the audience at the 94th Academy Awards for rewarding Will Smith with a standing ovation during his acceptance speech for Best Actor after he smacked Chris Rock on the worldwide center stage. Yes, they are idiots, but at the same time, that should surprise no one. I mean, these are probably the worst thing that humanity has to offer these days. Seriously, the amount of ovation that took place. I mean, my God, how horrible was that? He says, I was sickened by the standing ovation. He told Gayle King on CBS Mornings of the viral Oscars moment while promoting his upcoming film Sonic 2. Yeah, we're all sickened by that movie, Jim. King made a point to note that Carrey's appearance on Morning was booked well in advance of the incident. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore, Jim Carrey added. Smith was in tears while accepting the honor for King Richard. We all know that. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will Smith for $200 million because that video was going to be there forever, said Jim Carrey. It's going to be, how do you say it? Is it ubiquitous or ubiquitous? I think you can say it both ways. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words. Well, all right. And you know what also contributes to this is Whoopi Goldberg. She is saying that the Oscars made the right decision on, quote, not taking the black man out after Will Smith assaulted Chris Rock. God, what a terrible thing to say. I mean, I understand what she's saying. She's saying that if they would have escorted him out, it would have led to a major shitstorm. And it's probably good that they didn't. Hold on a second here before we continue. I need to look at this. Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, Will, Jaden, and Trey Smith. Aren't one of these kids becoming a woman? Or is this, I'm confused here. Is the one that also has a shaved head, did that used to be a dude? Which one of Will Smith's kids is transgender? Or maybe I don't know. Maybe that's not happening. Jaden? Okay. I don't think it's Willow. Willow's is the whip my hair chick. I was going to say, if Willow was a dude and is now a chick, she's doing a great job. She's a hot chick. She's old enough. I mean, to like have that procedure done, I guess. But I think it's Jade in. I don't know. It's all fucked up to me. The whole thing. And look at him. He's smiling and happy. And there's Jada Pinkett. She's just looks stunning. I don't know. She's like, I can't wait to get out of here and get some new penis. Whoopie is being looked at because now her saying that them leaving him there was the right decision. She claimed on Tuesday that Will Smith wasn't removed from the Oscars ceremony following his onstage assault of Chris Rock to avoid a long explanation of, we're taking the black man out. Hang on a second here. I got to bang on the Zenith. I thought I had this problem repaired. Hang on. All right. One hit to the body is what the Rolling Stones said. During the opening segment of ABC's The View, Whoopi praised what she said was Oscar producers Will Packer's decision not to immediately remove Smith because it would have required an explanation as to why they were removing a black man from the room right before he found out whether he won an award. Yeah, I get that. It's a little weird that that's the reason why that, hey, you can go and assault someone. I think it sets a precedent, but, I mean, you're kicking the can. You live to fight another day, I guess. I think a lot of great decisions were made because I actually do agree. Leave him there. Let this kind of play out. Chris Rock's response was very professional. Smith stewing in it in front of people, I think actually hurts him more. I think him going up on stage and the ridiculousness of these people cheering him, in a lot of ways, makes him look even more terrible, frankly. And I don't ever want to see or hear from that guy ever again. I will never go to another Will Smith movie. Yeah, I'm that guy. I think it was just fucking the worst thing in the world. Terrible, disgusting. What a fucking asshole. I feel bad for Chris Rock. And him, Chris Rock, he has stand-up coming up. I don't even know where the fuck he is. Chris Rock, next stand-up event. Oh, my God. He's scheduled for Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. He is appearing tomorrow. Not at Soaring Eagle, but he has an event. Let's see. He had an event last night in Boston. And tonight he's at the Wilbur in Boston. Friday he's at the Wilbur in Boston. And then April 2nd, he's at the Borgata in Atlantic City. And then April 9th, he's in Reno. I'm shocked that we don't have a word of, well, I guess that would be tonight. Tonight he's appearing. Tonight is the first event that he is doing at the Wilbur in Boston since this all went down. So, tomorrow there'll be talk about what he said on there. Will he mention it? Will he get into it? I would hope so. You know who's not? Bill Burr. I listened to Bill Burr because I wanted to hear what he said. And this was fucking terrible. He starts out his most recent podcast, the one that he put out Monday or Tuesday or whatever. And he says, I tell you what, most shocking thing I've ever seen at the Oscars. And that was a documentary about a drummer wins Best Documentary. Now, it turns out that was the documentary that Chris Rock was awarding. And Bill Burr is a drummer, so he makes the joke that it was crazy to see that the documentary about the drummer won. And then he goes into details about the documentary that no one gives a shit about. And then he actually says, that's all I'm going to say about the Oscars, other than I want to see Chris Rock's stand-up, his first stand-up that he does after the Oscars. And then he didn't speak of it. He didn't share anything. And I'm like, you're on a fucking podcast, and you're a comedian. You, of all people are actually tuning in to hear you say something about it. You fucking gutless twat, piece of shit, fucking asshole, freckle face, bitch tit, ginger motherfucker. How the fuck can you not, you cock? Oh my God, I'm listening to this in the shower. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he goes into detail about the fucking Bruins or some shit like that. And he says nothing. Nothing. He is the fucking worst. Now, he does work in film. I'll give him this. He works in the film industry, and Will Smith is very powerful, but what a pussy. You fucking piece of shit. How can you do that? I don't know. Maybe he's a good friend of yours. Well, then say that. Do something. Make some type of effort. Right, and then he does his shit for like 10 minutes and does a stupid ad for Simply Safe. Fuck you. Quit wasting everybody's time, you dumb fuck. I'm actually going to link that up in the show notes so you can hear how shitty this was. Fucking terrible. You stink. Dumb shit. Unacceptable. But first, you must listen to the Just Chirpin' podcast. Love the boys at Just Chirpin'. JUST, Just Chirpin', CHIRPIN, justchirpin.com. You can click on their link in the show notes. You can find them wherever you download podcasts, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The Just Chirpin' podcast, one of the many shows that I would love you to listen to. Justchirpin.com. To go along with that, they do, in addition to the 1 hour that they do, or maybe a little more each week at Just Chirpin', also they do about an hour a week, my friends, at Threads Podcast, Life Unfiltered. They have fun. They're not nearly as offensive as something shitty like me. They're actually a very real, raw, sometimes emotional podcast, uncomfortable conversations, and it's a great antithesis of this show. Okay? I'm an idiot. They are not. Just Chirpin' and Threads Podcast. Threadspodcast.com. You can download it wherever you download podcasts. Okay. Today, we do have a new asshole of the day, and I would love to see who you think it is. If you want to comment on the chat, on Twitch, thank you so much again for being here on Twitch. If you have a suggestion, please leave it there. One more time for the Patreon, going live in just a little bit after I get my shit together here and post this free podcast. We'll fire it up once again on Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. I suggest signing up for just 1 month, $5 or $10, and see if you like it. If you like it, let it ride each month or convert it to a yearly. For the audio or for the tier 1 or tier 2 podcast. And I'll save you 10% if you sign up for the yearly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In West Michigan, if you need your car repaired, you need to take it to Irvine's. Now, they have people travel from far away, as far as Newaygo, as far south as Kalamazoo, as far east as Lansing, as far west as Muskegon and Grand Haven. Take your car to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. First of all, once you get it there, they have free loaner cars. So that's taken care of. You just drop the thing off. You can also take advantage of their after-hours drop-off if you don't need a loaner car. Okay? They might even be able to work it where you can... Don't quote me on this. In fact, I don't even want to say that. Take advantage of the drop-off, the early bird, whatever it may be. Get a loaner car, off you go. And when you pick it up, they can drop the keys in a little drop box there with a little lock. They give you the code. You can pay over the phone. Terrific setup. They take care of everything. Domestic, Asian, European, no Volkswagens, electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600, or online at irvines.com, E-R-Vines, irvines.com. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. How about them? No matter where you are in the U.S., with the exception of South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii, call upon them, 231-332-6505 today. If you need a mortgage, whether your credit is fantastic, whether it's in the dumper, you can get a mortgage, more than likely, with them. Now, as I've said many times, not all people who do mortgages are created equal. They want the big ticket item. They want somebody who's going to get a $700,000 house. Okay? Mario wants all of you. If your credit is fantastic, awesome. This is a piece of cake. If your credit's kind of shitty, he can help you. 231-332-6505, NMLS number 3035. We got paintball. This is our last sponsor of the day. TC Paintball. Today is Little League Day. That starts at 5. Get your kids who spend too much time playing video games and do something fun with them. All right? Seriously, gather up the neighborhood kids and then go to TC Paintball. Just walk in unannounced and say, we are ready for Little League. And the kid might be like, well, I don't want to get shot. Well, they use like the low impact guns. Okay. So there is no pain involved. They take that part out of it and they introduce you to it a little slower. And then, it's a little bit easier for the kid to process. You're going to love it. They're going to have so much fun. Be Dad of the Year and go hang out at TC Paintball. Wednesdays, Little League Days. All right? TCPaintballGR.com. And standing by, waiting on the announcement of our next event that we're going to do there. And I tell you what, I am excited about that because we could very easily have had 40 people last time, but life got in the way for a ton of folks, and we're hoping to have that secured for the next one. Still, we had a great time. Thank you to everybody who came out. Beth got a T-shirt. Terry's wife, Beth, got a T-shirt. How about that? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, asshole of the day. First of all, Aram with a question. Can you tell us in what hour the Patreon will be? I would say, I'm going to guess, close to noon is when that's going to happen, but I'm not 100% sure. Asshole of the day, Meathead's tattooed firework lighting neighbor. The suggestion that Bill Burr has too many well-paying shows that he's a part of nowadays. So you're saying like he might have offended someone. He's afraid he would have offended someone. Maybe. Aram says he would have defended the comedian back in the day. That's what I was disappointed about. Aram says he would have, he wants to be in Hollywood. Also, Malicious 1313 says Tom Segura had some shit to say about it. LMAO. I want to check that out. Yep, I'm with you, Eric. Will Smith is awful, and I won't be watching anything else by him. Yeah, I just didn't like it. It just rubbed me the wrong way. She would be... Whoopie would be screaming if Mark Wahlberg slapped Chris. Wow, I didn't even think of that. I think they should hire security, like at NFL games, where they tackle people who aren't supposed to be going up there. Like Terry Tate, office linebacker. Yes. That is great. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can go back in time and make Clint Eastwood the asshole of the day. That was fucking horrible. Jim Carrey? No, we talked about him. Whoopie? Whoopie, maybe. Nah, I don't know about that. All right. I'm going to give it to my dad's neighbor. Tattooed neighbor. Meathead's neighbor is your asshole today, brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. Thank you guys for sponsoring. You are the best. Congrats. You've won an award. You've won Asshole of the Day. Okay, my friends. That's where I'm going to leave it. I appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you on the Patreon. Have a great one. Oh, update on the NFK. He is in fantastic shape. The doctor is very happy with how he has progressed in his recovery. If I didn't say that before. Okay. Talk to you later on the Patreon. Have a good one. Oh, OJ, a nomination? No, I'm not going to give it to OJ. He could be the asshole today every day, frankly. Okay, thanks again, folks. Bye-bye.